Hey everybody, Math3210 Reviews here, and today we're going to be doing a review or a comparison of three products. We're going to be comparing the iPad 1, iPad 2, and the Motorola Xoom. We're just going to be reviewing what kind of product is better, what's the difference between them, what you should buy, the price difference, stuff like that. First off, the iPad 1 is a real favorite with most people. A lot of people love the iPad, and now it's a lot cheaper. You can get them for like $300 online. They're very nice, but then you should also know the differences between it and the iPad 2. This is the iPad 2. It's much thinner, has a camera, which is what seems to be one of the main differences. The shape is definitely a lot different, and of course it has a front-facing camera. The screen is also, it's not better, but people think it is. I think it's just the glass difference. Then there's the Motorola Xoom, my personal favorite. It's much different. It does a lot of different things than they both do. So let's just get them all up and running at first. We'll do a startup test later on. This isn't mine, so they had the password on there, and I had to write that in. The first difference that you see between them all, well, let me just get this straight up. The first difference between them all is the overall shape. They basically look like the same shape, but the Motorola Xoom has a taller screen. Like, the screen is actually taller on this way, but it is seemingly thinner. All these are at their top brightness, I think. Let me check with this one real quick. Yeah, brightness is at its full, so yeah, you could see that these two seem to have a difference, or at least on my end it seems like that. On the camera it doesn't, but from here it seems like this one does have a better screen. I don't know why, but who knows. Battery life, these pretty much have the same. The Motorola Xoom I've seen has the best battery life. Thickness, of course, iPad is the thinnest. Although right here, they're about the same thickness, but compared to the iPad 2, which is much thinner. As you can see here, has definitely a lot of thickness on it. But then again, that's not really something that you should be looking at when you're buying a tablet, because number one, if you get the iPad 2, if you want to survive a 5-inch fall, you're going to need to have a case on it. And to have a case on it that would actually survive landing on a carpet like this, you're going to need to be pretty thick, and it would be definitely at least as thick as the Motorola Xoom at that point. The Motorola Xoom is very durable. I have actually dropped this, not a scratch on it though. The aluminum's really nice. Of course, looks-wise, the iPad wins. The iPad, even I think, is the best looking of the two, but that's only because it's Apple. That's really the only thing they focus on. Now, differences between iPad 1 and 2, as you can see on the main screen, you can just see a lot of things right now. Both these main screens are unchanged. You have over here, there's all the basic stuff, you know, settings, videos, iTunes, App Store, Game Center, all that stuff. Over on here, you can see there's more. There's FaceTime, camera, and photo booth, which is definitely something new. Photo booth basically has everything that you can get in a max camera, such as, I'm not sure what this is supposed to be, like negative or something. I don't know. Mirror, light tunnel, a lot of crazy effects that you could have on it. And also there's FaceTime just like on the iPhone, and of course the camera button, because now it has a camera. Alright, now next thing you should really look for in the difference of them, of course, thickness, but also how the buttons are worked. The buttons, oh wait, that's right, they're on the other side. The buttons are pretty much the same shape, but because of where they are, you're going to have to get used to that. So if you have an iPad 1, you switch over, it's going to be a little tiny bit different, not really much. Now let's lock the screens. And of course, these are much more durable. This has been dropped a couple times by the owner, and as you can see, there's a little bit of dents, but if you drop this, since the screen is so close to the back, it's going to get hit. And it's going to get more than just a dent. The screen might be cracked, stuff like that. One new thing is also the speakers. It has higher, louder and better speakers on the back, and also the back is now flat, just like if you saw the new iPod Touches. This is curved. This is now flat, so it's a complete flat surface right here, which makes slight of a difference. That means it will get scratched more if you put it down on a table without a cover on it, but that's not really something to worry about. Now, differences between the iPad 2 and the Motorola Xoom, there are some very big differences. Like the fact that, number one, of course, the main thing, the Motorola Xoom plays Flash, which is a huge difference between that and the iPad. The iPad, there's apps that could play Flash, but they're not very good. Let's try getting the internet up. Safari. Stupid touchscreen. Oh, where's the home page? So I'm just trying to get on normal Google on here. And this is the browser. Opens that up. Alright. Now, the screens the whites do seem a little different. It's not just the camera. I see it too. I don't know why. The screen is better on the iPad. I have to say that. Definitely is a lot clearer, but it's not that much of a difference. On the camera it seems a lot more than it actually is, though. First off, speed tests really depends on your browser. I'm going to try to get this set up. Let's try, MSN. MSN.com. MSN.com. Alright, we're going to go at the same time, setting the camera up right here for now. And go. They're loading both right now. This is the first to come up, but this was the first to show up everything. Now, there's differences, of course, with the pages. Since the iPad was browsed more, it has a very smoother approach when you move it up and down. This doesn't, which is something, again, to expect from Apple. They like having the looks, they like looking like they're the best, which in some cases they are, like on the internet. But apps-wise, they also dominate, because observe the differences between the markets. The Android market, let's try getting back to the home. This is the Android market. This is the entire marketplace right now. It takes a while for some stuff to load. Stupid touchscreen. This is the marketplace. This is what it shows up when you do it. You have apps, and then it's hard to sort between free apps, the best free apps, and everything like that, like you would normally do on the iPad to find. Basically, that's what I did to find all my good apps. Just went on to the top free apps and showed up. The iPad's, their app store is much better. You have top charts, you could do different things like top paid, top free. Over here you have all the free ones. You can select that, I guess. I guess not. Show more. And it shows more. Which is great. And it keeps on going down until it runs out of apps to show. Which is definitely great. It's easy to find what apps you want, what apps you don't want, all the stuff that you need. But one thing that is specifically better with the Motorola Xoom is the YouTube app. Oh, the hell search for bird noises. These are the difference between both of them. Let's turn on the side because they both look better. This is the YouTube on the iPad, and this is it on the Motorola Xoom. Much better in my opinion. Also, let's try search a song, like say Party Rock, since that seems to be the most popular. Party Rock anthem. First thing to show up is the Vivo video. Then there is the popular videos afterwards. And if you search lyrics, the first thing to come up is actual lyrics. Let's see. Right here, right next to the actual song. Now, let's search it on here. Party Rock. And it doesn't show up in doesn't have a list anymore telling you which ones to do. Anthem. Not used to the keyboard on here. And first thing to show up is basically anything that has Party Rock in the name. You can never find the video on an iPad, which is one thing I hated about my iPod. If I ever tried to find a free music video just to listen to when I'm doing something, it wouldn't come up. You know, I just have to search through a bunch of videos that say shit and like that. It just never comes up. So that's one thing I like about the Motorola Xoom, is it does. Alright. And that's really most to cover. The few differences is basically just how they work, what they do, all sorts of different stuff. They both have cameras. I forgot to show you that. Camera is definitely better on the iPad than the Motorola Xoom. As you can see, it's much clearer. They're better with colors mainly. HD wise, they don't capture everything, but they're better with colors. They are more vivid. They don't have as much options as this one does. This one actually has a flash, which is good. I think it has a flash. Yeah, it does. But, you know, it depends what you're going to use this for. If you're just a normal kid who wants to have a fun usable tablet, both are great. If you're a business or you move around a lot for portability, the Xoom is the way to go. Even though it is thicker, it doesn't really matter. It's not even a third of an inch thicker. It's really not that much. And besides, the iPad is incredibly fragile, and most people definitely steal them, and it's very easy to get away with stealing one of these. One of these is a lot harder because since it's by Verizon, it doesn't have the chip. Of course, you can get these for Verizon, but there's definitely ways of surpassing their chip system that's inside them. This can't really be stolen. It has a tracker built in. It's hard to get away with it. Some people can override it, but that's some serious engineering that you have to be able to override this easily. Basically, that's it. If you're looking for fun, the iPad's one of the top picks for games. If you're looking for usability, the Motorola Xoom. Portability, Motorola Xoom. Durability, definitely the Motorola Xoom. But if you're looking for fun, looks, cameras, and if you're a designer, this is one of the better ones to use because the touch is a lot easier, a lot smoother. It has more programs built on it for doing stuff like designing CAD programs, stuff like that. But overall, none is really a bad choice. This is $100 cheaper, which is one thing. This is $500, this is $400 online for the Wi-Fi. I'm not sure about the prices of the 3G. And also this has upgradable memory, so if you're looking to do that, there's a little piece right up here. It slides out and you can put in a card. So, it depends. So ask me, if you don't know which one to get, just ask me, tell me what you're doing with it, and I could help you out with that. That's everything for our reviews. Oh yeah, one last thing. If you're looking to get an iPad for $300, the iPad one's way to go. So remember to comment, subscribe, whatever. I know I haven't been on for a while, that's just because of technical problems. There'll be more videos coming up soon. Thanks, and see you later.